We've got continuing coverage now in a story we first talked about yesterday. The president of Austal USA is out.
Yeah, Craig Percivalle resigned, but the shipbuilder claims under Percivalle's watch there were cost overruns as well as parts not meeting military specifications in the Littoral Combat Ship program.
I want to go live now to our investigative reporter Brendan Kirby. Brendan, you spoke with the defense analysis about what this all means.
Yeah, that's right, Lenice. This could have major implications for the area's largest private employer, which makes ships here along the Mobile River. But experts caution not to worry too much either.
Come up when you're dealing with a first-in-class shipbuilding.
Austal accepted the resignation of its president, Craig Percivalle. The Australian-based company cited 3 issues following multiple investigations. The company underestimated the cost of building LCS ships. The company misallocated certain labor hours, and it installed a valve on 11 of the vessels that didn't comply with military specifications. Brian Clark, a defense analyst at the Hudson Institute, tells me he's surprised by the company's reaction. He says most of the issues cited are not unusual in the shipbuilding industry. By far the most serious issue is that the company failed to accurately estimate how much the ships would cost to build. While that's fairly common, he says, the question is how quickly Austal corrected its estimate.
The concern was that they didn't properly go back and report how that cost had increased and really capture that so that the government understood what they were getting and also what the government's potential liability would be down the road when the bills came due to pay for the ships.
The cost of the LCS program has ballooned from an initial estimate of $250 million per ship to $450 million apiece. Clark says there are many reasons for this, but when a military project becomes more expensive than originally bid, taxpayers often end up on the hook for at least part of it.
In the case of ships, it's usually a cost share, meaning if I underestimate what ends up being the actual cost of the ship, the shipbuilder and the government negotiate a sharing arrangement where they each cover part of that cost.
The high-profile personnel change comes at an uncertain time for Austal. The LCS program is nearing the end, and the company last year lost out on a contract to build frigates. But Clark and other experts note that the company is keeping busy from a separate program to build troop transport ships. And the government last year invested $50 million toward a $100 million expansion that will allow the shipyard to build steel ships. That should help it compete for frigate work and jobs in the future, according to naval analyst Matt Karras.
And the government is paying for their conversion to a steel-focused shipyard. And I think that's a really good sign. That is an indication that the Navy, which takes a very active approach to industrial-based management relative to the other services, views Austal as part of that club.
Austal's new interim president is Rusty Murdaugh. We wanted to talk to him, but a spokesman for the company says that the firm will let the corporate statement it released speak for itself. Reporting live in Mobile, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.